Hiya, Starseeds. Hope you're all doing well. This will be a shortened, miniature version of the longer tarot readings I perform for the Ascending Star Collective. We're never doing them for the larger, more potent phases of the moon, such as the full moon or new moon of the month. And this is because we are going to be focusing on how the waning gibbous phase of our moon will be affecting the first wave Starseed Collective while it's here from the 17th to the 23rd, before shifting to the last quarter moon on the 24th. If you were unfamiliar like I was, not that long ago, after starting to study the more subtle, more forsaken phases of the moon just last month, the waning gibbous phase of the moon occurs between the full moon and the half moon, and here for us to reflect, practice and have gratitude, begin letting go of what no longer serves us, to be fresh before the new moon phase portals and energies, to adjust and broaden our perspective, and to be more aware of our bad habits and lower vibrational thoughts to upgrade them to more positive traits. I am also feeling the energy of resolutions coming through now as well, in order to get rid of poor behavior patterns or karma within our lives, binding us to old Fae, old Earth, and forcing us to operate like a mimic of a regularly functioning human being. Which it feels like the very grounding, get real Taurus constellation is going to be here to gladly assist us with, so that you may see the chapters of your old life begin to flip into the whole world you've been missing on the other side of it. And believe me, it is much more real and better. When referring to the internet, it's stated that waning means to decrease, and that gibbous stands for humpbacked, making this phase called this due to the surface area of the moon seen decreasing and the shape of the illuminated part appearing as a humpback. Just a fun fact. Now, with that little overview being said and completed, I think now is a good time to begin getting into the mini reading. To begin with, when shuffling my deck and focusing on the Waning Gibbous Phase Angel Experts to find a card that best supports this Ascension Energies reading, the Five of Cups is what was presented to us for this occasion. Already I am feeling a ton of emotion coming from the card, which means that this small period and window of opportunity that we're in, since we're the ones taking advantage of these moon phases and creating our own ascension portals through them, will likely entail huge emotional goodbyes as we utilize it to help us get rid of thick layers of our karmic past and history, which isn't even all ours, but Mother Earth's, the universe's, or our family bloodlines in addition. This karmic history has been somewhat recorded and binds to our hearts as if we know it, it knows us, like we're from it, and should stay together forever. But this is just not so, as it is but illusions placed here on our sacred earth and put in your way just so that you'll give homage to old Fae and old Earth, and keep the Devil's Matrix Beast system / Age of Pisces system in operation going through your body. Through your old body at that, rather than through your new Earth 2.0 light body, as it is way too high vibrational and advanced to be messed with or lowered by any low vibrational foreign entity ever again in the brand new 5D timelines where we're headed. I'm going to ask now for old Fae, old Earth, to be removed from your old life, body, and memory altogether with as much grace and peace as possible, so that this goodbye period where you transform into a whole new butterfly won't be more emotional than it needs to be, allowing the energies of old Fae, old Earth to pass through you gradually so you may monitor just what old Fae, old Earth even is, how it negatively and even positively a bit, I will admit, affected your life, and make the decision yourself that this was bad for you and only here as a backwards, inverted, distorted matrix code to keep you lost to yourself and enslaved to ancient Egypt and Babylon's dystopian system. I am feeling that our spirit guides and spiritual team, represented by the dense, highly present, heavily emotional feel to the stars up above the young woman sitting on the ground of the illustration, will be more present and active with us during this period of parting ways with the past, as the energy of turbulence is coming through, very likely from the uncertainty that rings through the air during intense transitions like these, or whenever tough moves or decisions need to be made, so we'll ascend to a much better, higher version of our former limited self. In this case, this major parting ways with old Fae is likely forcing you to see family members, even close family friends, adults you looked up to during childhood, and even some of your friends, with crystal clear eyes, knowing and feeling undeniably without a doubt that they're your enemy and always truly have been on some level, due to having the same false belief systems deriving from old Fae ingrained deep inside their being, unwilling to let them go without a fight, at least not as effortlessly and honestly as you. However, I have strong beliefs, and this has already been confirmed to me by Spirit, that life has a way of coming right back around again, and that miracles do still happen. So don't expect this parting period to remain this way forever, as true love always wins in the end. With that knowing, let this be the thing that provides you more peace within yourself during this pivotal time frame of huge changes and cleanups, and what drives you to focus on yourself, what truly matters to you, your happiness, sanity, and overall well being, as well as your dreams, among all things. For this is what makes you you, and is the whole reason why you're alive. To go further, the way that the young woman has her head slanted to the side as the golden stream of light seeps into the open hole in the ground before her, this is coming with the energies of laying your head down onto a shoulder of a strong, welcoming elder you can rely on during tough life stages like these, which you should surely do if you have this available as an option, as I'm feeling that this exchange could be greatly beneficial for you, and even eye-opening on spiritual and grounding levels as an effect. If not, this shoulder to cry on feels like it is also stemming from our spirit team, and they feel more present during this time frame than usual, honestly. Likely due to the veils that we've accessed together through this reading being thinned out, so this may be so, as well as because it is heavily tied into Judgment Day, which Old Faye is being greatly crucified by, making it so that you'll need even more support on multiple levels this time to get you prepped for the major event, Judgment Day Revelations period, swiftly approaching. Just know that all of your heart's burdens and woes that you've been carrying with you since childhood, for most of us, providing you all kinds of unnecessary insecurities about your beautiful, precious, sacred self, telling you you're unworthy compared to someone else for whatever crazy reason, attracting heartbreak of all kinds to be disrespected and unappreciated by terrible people, as well as a plethora of other low vibrational, negative, illusory circumstances, are all what's leaving you now as a result of this huge, urgent, much needed departure from old Earth and the entire old paradigm, whom hates you just for being a normal child of God, aka a starseed. The relatives and old friends you leave behind will be fine without you, I'm feeling. For we were all created as individuals, unbound to each other at our initial start, and this is what God's Source Creator is demanding us to return to before we exit this ascension process, in order to be as naked, whole, sovereign, primordial, and as singular as we can be. Then we should have full access to His kingdom, our kingdom, that we are returning to. The Golden Age of Aquarius Paradise timeline that we're entering supports all of this that's occurring right now, and also supports the brand new life already built for you on the other side by your co-creating of it throughout your spiritual awakening process. So, say goodbye to your past and jump swiftly into the Oasis Funland Paradise awaiting you, kid. The second card we have here to guide us ascending stars through this Ascension Energies tarot reading regarding the waning gibbous moon is the Knight of Wands card. Here, I'm feeling that this card in this illustration is wanting to act as a spell of some sort in order to help us get back to childhood, the perfect aspects of our childhood, and telling who we once were before these adult forms, which is everything, and so much better than being a measly adult, all being energetically conveyed through the young woman in the image's energy body and essence, but also from the green blotches of color surrounding her head, reminding me of our modernized fairy kingdom and coming with the energy of a magical portal of opportunity opening that they're hosting, so we may time travel back to these ages, the best years of our lives, utilizing the thinness of the veil, usually separating us from accessing this form of magic. So, here we go. Now you should feel as if you've been completely removed from Babylon's system and quantum time, landing safe and sound right in your child safety and comfort zone, you could call it, supported by adult angels who loves you and sees you in the most perfect ways, until the adults within your life, placed there within it to do just the same, finally wakes up to the neglect and abandonment they've inflicted upon you due to their selfish ties with old Fae and following their agenda to let the children of God go gently, without their noticing. Well, we most definitely notice as we're home and nothing but the memories of you is left to be found. So we're going to ask our team of support to build a whole fortress around us loud enough that they can feel, so our departure and privacy from them may be felt, understood, and practically heard by them as we become the adult kids we've always wanted to be, leaving them behind in the dust to pick up the billions of shattered pieces, trying to figure out where they ever went wrong in life, like we were once forced to. And believe me when I say, children, that everything will be fine. For it is our playground now, and they just have to deal with it. And that concludes this Starseed Ascension Energies Tarot reading regarding the Waning Gibbous Moon Phase from November 17th to the 23rd. Thank you so much for your participation. I hope that you received all of the help, insight, and upgrades you needed throughout. Subscribe if you feel you receive a lot from these videos of mine. Comment down below if you have any questions or would love to chat about what you've gathered here today. Donate to my PayPal if you feel you'd love to commune and say thanks. And I'll be back here with more enlightening videos for the Starseed Collective in the near future. Bye for now.